What do we need to do to get our offer accepted? So, while there are a number of things that an agent needs to be doing to make sure that they're going to write a good, solid offer, there's one area that's very important, and that's communication. And within that communication, one thing in particular that should be focused on is simply answering your phone for other agents. And that sounds like a simple thing, but I'm going to give you a quick story of what happened this week. I showed some clients a bunch of houses, two of which they love, and they wanted to write an offer on both. But of course, we can't do that. So we had to pick. I told them, why don't I just communicate with both of the agents that are selling these houses and we'll see what information we get. We'll see where we can go from there. And I called agent number one. They answered right away. They answered every question I had. They were very open, very helpful. And even after that call, I had an additional question that I just texted them. They called right back, wanted to make sure that I was, fully aware of the answer, comfortable with everything, and offered to be open and ready whenever I needed anything else. Agent number two doesn't answer my phone calls, doesn't answer my text. Almost a whole day goes by and I hear nothing. So the one time that I did get an answer, it was a one word simple answer of a text message response and didn't even answer the multiple questions I had. So it's kind of hard to go forward from there if we don't know anything. Sure, we could go in without having any idea. I could do some comparables in the neighborhood, kind of see what things are worth, what they're selling for, but I have no idea what the sellers are looking for at that point. So go to the next day. Agent number one is still talking to me, still letting me know what's going on, updating me with things, calling me, when I wasn't even expecting a call to give me some information and wanted to convey the things that were important to the seller, knowing our situation and knowing their situation, finding a way to make everybody happy. Agent number two still isn't even responding. We got to make a decision because the offers were due the next day. Well, lo and behold, we get our offer accepted with agent number one. There was a few things that needed to be tightened up with our terms, contingencies, things that were all doable. All I had to do was find out what those were. That agent was very open, told me exactly what the sellers wanted. I called the lender, sorted some things out, and we were able to, write up an addendum with the contract, and bam, offer accepted. I finally get an email back from agent number two this morning. And again, it was very short, clear cut, you know, said what they wanted to say, but didn't answer a single one of my questions. And if that's your personality, that's fine. I'm not here to talk negative about it, but I'm here to talk about results. What's going to happen with the seller whose agent doesn't answer the phone for them? What are they going to tell that seller if they don't get an offer? Because my clients love that place. If the roles were reversed and they were the ones answering the phone and the other agent wasn't, well, guess where we probably would have put our offer in. So, agent number one, super open, super helpful. Let us know everything the sellers wanted to tell us. We're in contract. My clients are going to have a beautiful house, grow their family. What's going to happen if agent number two, that never answered their phone, doesn't get any offers at all? What are they going to go and tell their clients? What do you do? You know, honestly, at that point, they have to know that they're essentially just going to be making excuses if they don't get offers because we were ready. I wanted to write an offer on that place. I hope that they get a bunch of offers. I hope it exceeds their expectations and they're very happy. I always hope that. I don't hope for negative outcomes for anybody. But I also live in the real world and seeing some of these houses that end up getting no offers and their, due dates for the offers get extended another week. I hope that doesn't happen to them, but what's the likelihood if that agent's ignoring me and I'm open, I'm friendly, you know? Are they ignoring other agents? What if they're only answering a couple calls? Maybe they're busy. Hopefully that's a good problem for them to have, but you can't be too busy to now hurt the potential of your clients getting the best offers on the table, because you can either have results or you can have excuses, but you can't have both. So they either need to deliver those results to their clients, or they're going to be making up some excuse why they couldn't do it, you know? So the moral of the story is just, be open. If you're an agent who's not answering your phone, start answering it. Start talking. Let people know, if you're busy, I'll get back to you. Be there. We don't really have normal office hours. You can find time to talk to that other agent. Let them know what's going on. And if you can't tell them anything, tell them that you can't tell them anything, right? Don't just ignore it, because um, you're not helping your clients. And that's what we're here to do. If you're a buyer or a seller and your agent doesn't answer their phone, they're not regularly, communicating back to you when you have needs, then that's something you really need to address with them. Tell them why that's important. Explain to them that if they're not answering your calls, then are they answering the other calls for agents, to help provide you that pathway to get in that door? It's too important. That's everything. The last few deals that I've gotten through the process, the other agents have told me that so much of why everything worked out the way it worked out was because how open we both were, how easy it was to communicate. Because that's how these things, fall through. Someone doesn't answer the phone, something takes too long, things don't get done, times pass, and deals don't work out. Be there. Be there to answer that phone. Be there to send a message back. Be there to take care of problems. But ignoring those phone calls, you're just ignoring potential success for the people you're supposed to be working for. So it's something to think about on both sides, whether you're the agent or you're the client. Really, really let that sink in, how important communication is, because it's everything. You know, you get an offer that's far exceeds your expectations. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, let's just make sure they're good for the money. Let's call. Well, all of a sudden now no one's answering their phone. We have another offer that's a little bit less, and they're answering right away. They're making us feel good about this. You can't just put everything down on paper and hope for success. You got to call. You got to communicate. Talk to people. That's what it's all about.